Welcome to Behind the Badge with your special guest, Lieutenant Williams, your news source for all things police in the city of Fond du Lac.
Welcome back into Fond du Lac today on News Talk 1450 and 100.7 KFIZ. It's another Friday edition of Behind the Badge. Lieutenant Williams is back, and we got Officer Clapper in the studios too. Good morning, guys. How's it going today?
Good morning. It's going good.
Morning. Appreciate both of you guys hopping in the studio for another edition of Behind the Badge. Originally, the plan was we were going to go over a bunch of questions Braden put together. Not doing that today. We're going to save that for next Friday, so you're going to be on pins and needles one more week to figure out all of the questions and answers. But we're going to hit on Police Week this week with Lieutenant Williams.
Yeah, we're going to talk about something that happens every May. It's Police Week, and we basically we honor police officers that have paid the ultimate sacrifice, have died in the line of duty. And there's many ways that we do that. One of the big ones is nationwide. We go down to Washington, D.C., and there's several different events down there that you can participate in to honor officers. And obviously, we in Fond du Lac have lost Officer Joe Kerr this year, and so we're going to be sending a contingent of officers down there to honor him. But we also have a ceremony here in Fond du Lac. I believe that is on May 18th. And then at the state level, at the state capitol in Madison, there will also be a memorial on the 20th, I believe, of May to honor the officers. So it ends up being pretty a long week. And I've been pretty active in this for a long time, since 2011, when we had an incident when we lost Craig Berkey in the line of duty death. I have been participating in a bike ride that raises money for various like police things. One of them is I did a ride for the Police Unity Tour, which raises money for the National Law Enforcement Memorial. So basically, it's the memorial that has every single officer across the nation who died in the line of duty's name on it. It's the only memorial in the city of Washington, D.C. that will never be finished, because they'll be continuously adding names every single year, unfortunately. And this year, I'm venturing out. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm riding for Law Enforcement United, who raises money for the COPS organization. And COPS stands for Concerns of Police Survivors. And basically, we have been working with COPS, our agency, and other agencies across the United States have been working with COPS for any tragic instances that have happened, and they deal with coworkers, they deal with families, they deal with post-traumatic stress, everything, every single aspect when it comes down to a law enforcement officer line of duty death, they deal with it. So I really, my heart was really with that charity. So I'm looking forward to having raised the money. I am not looking forward to the ride, because I don't know if you guys have looked outside your window in April, but it's been horrible to train for riding bicycle.
So where will you be riding at? Where does this all take you?
So I will be starting in Roanoke, Virginia, and apparently there's like mountains or hills there, a lot of them.
It's not flat like the Midwest?
No, it's not flat.
So, and you're talking about a bike. You're talking about a pedal bike.
A pedal bicycle. Oh, I wish I was talking about a motorcycle. That'd be so much easier. So those of you familiar with this area, we do a bike ride here called the Berkey Challenge, and there's a lot of climbing in that. And the Berkey Challenge has about 2,500 feet of elevation climbing, which is pretty good. My first day on this ride will be 6,800 feet of elevation climbing. And it'll also be a longer ride. It'll be 110 miles.
That's just day one, right?
Day one. Day two is just over 6,000 feet of elevation climbing in just under 100 miles.
Oh, so you get a 10-mile break.
Yeah, and then the last day is about the same amount of climbing as the Berkey Challenge, but in about 20 less miles. So I don't know how this is going to go, but you know, it's for the cause, and hopefully that will help motivate me and push me up those hills.
So how did you sign up for this program?
Well, 2 years ago I was supposed to do it when I was just in very good biking shape. And I was riding with a group of people that were really good, and so I was in the right time. But then COVID happened, and I wanted to do this. I've done the other ride, which is pretty easy. Like if I had to do the other ride right now, I could do it no problem. I wouldn't even worry about it. Still hilly, but it's fine. But I always wanted to do this ride, and then I might like bow out for a while just because, you know, life kind of gets in the way, kids, sports, and everything else. So
So what days will you be gone and you'll be participating in this ride?
So I am leaving May 8th, so this Sunday. And then there's like a day to just kind of like, get everything together. My bike is getting put on a trailer and put down there. We will start May 9th, I believe. 10th, 11th, no, May 10th. May 10th. Then we'll ride the 10th, 11th, and then arrive in DC on the 12th, I believe. So, and that's like the big thing. Like the police unity tour. We also have people from Wisconsin riding that. They ride actually into the law enforcement memorial on that day, and it's quite a sight to see. It's almost 3,000 bike riders that all ride in the memorial, and they meet the survivors, the people who lost a loved one in the line of duty. Both organizations, they wear like bracelets with their names on them, so they wear them for the whole ride. I'll be wearing Joe's name during the whole ride, and then at some point I'll be meeting up with his family and turning over that bracelet for them, and it's just a really great way to honor them. So I'll be thinking of Joel along the ride, and that will kind of hopefully give me the motivation to get up most of those hills.
Yeah, because you were talking about what, like, that's close to like 275 miles in the 3 days, right?
Yeah, it's yep, it's about that. Thanks for reminding me again. But yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Like I said, I've done this ride, the police unity tour ride, about 7 years, and haven't really had problems. I'm a pretty decent biker, but now I'm a little bit worried this year.
Well, best of luck. Don't injure yourself too badly. We need you back here for next week for Behind the Badge. And this all kind of like leads up to Police Week, which is May 15th through the 21st, correct?
Yeah, and it's kind of a crazy year because so usually, having a little bit of background in this is we have about 140 to about 180 officers that die in line of duty every year, and that's just kind of a roundabout. This year it's 616.
Wow.
Because a lot of that's COVID, so there's 438 that are attributed to COVID. But also, what's really kind of eye-opening is a lot of years it's automobile crashes is the major cause. That has gone way down. Only 24 of those were from automobile crashes, and the thing that kind of worries about me is 62 of them were because of gunfire. So some sort of assaults on police officers, those have been rising over the years. It's kind of a scary thing. So, it's kind of a different world we're living in. COVID obviously attributed to a lot of those, but also some kind of disturbing trends that are kind of going.
Definitely, it sounds like it. Officer Clapper, if he wasn't on desk duty, he'd be a part of this ride too, right?
I've never been a biker, but I will be going to Police Week, so I'll be there for when Lieutenant Williams comes in, and looking forward to it. I've never been to Washington, D.C., and never been to the Law Enforcement Memorial either, so this is my first time.
How many officers from Fond du Lac will be making the trip out there?
We have a pretty big group. Obviously some people still have to work the road so that Fond du Lac can still stay safe.
I was going to say, like, that sounds like that's the week to get away with some stuff.
Well, no, I think we have a group of about like 10 or so that are able to actually do it, and our staffing is not the best either, so we got to make sure someone still works. So
definitely, and again, Police Week will be May 15th through the 21st, and we have Lieutenant Williams going to be trekking 270 roughly miles to get there.
Yeah,
on a bike,
mostly uphill. Yeah.
Mostly uphill, both ways.
Yeah.
I'll take my 2-block walk from the hotel to the memorial compared to your 270 miles.
Could be my last time biking. I don't know. Give it up after that. Retire.
Awesome. This is Behind the Badge on News Talk 1450 and 100.7 KFIZ. We got Lieutenant Williams and Officer Clapper in the studios. Anything else you want to hit on today's show, Lieutenant?
Well, we had this last week. We had Bike to School on May 4th. Which was a good turnout. That's always something we want to kind of think about. And with the rising gas prices, maybe we need to get a couple bike to work days.
That's what I'm looking at.
Kind of going on. Like I'm filling up my car and it's like almost $100, and it's not a bad thing to get out there and get on the bikes, and just remember to be safe. Act like a motor vehicle when you're biking out there. So stay going with the direction of traffic.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for the time today. We will chat next week where we'll play a little question and answer game. That's next Friday on Behind the Badge right here on KFIZ.